So I'm going to show you a layout tour of my layout from one end to the other. And basically my layout represents the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad between McKees Rocks and Youngstown. So today we'll be running a freight starting out at McKees Rocks and going through all the stations to Youngstown. So we're starting out here on a two-track staging track that I have set up to represent McKees Rocks yards. We're parked in front of the railroad locomotive shop, which I built with my 3D printer from old photographs of the locomotive shop in McKees Rocks. So while I'm holding the camera and trying to speak reasonably, the layout is being controlled by my RTC program. So today we're running PNLE number 2061 diesel engine. So once we leave the yard, we're going to be stopping at my representation of the McKees Rocks station. We're passing here the Heinz factory, which we can see off in the distance in Pittsburgh. So as we leave McKees Rocks, we pass FM Tower. And we go past the Jones & Laughlin Steel Corporation plant in Aliquippa. There's a photo on the wall there that represents the plant. All of that you see is gone. Once we get past the J&L plant, we head to the Aliquippa station. That'll be our next stop on our trip. As we leave Aliquippa heading west, we'll go around the corner and make a stop at West Aliquippa. Now, West Aliquippa was the original Aliquippa until about 1928, when the adjacent much larger city of Woodlawn annexed Aliquippa and took over the name. The former Aliquippa then became West Aliquippa because it was further west on the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad line. In actuality, West Aliquippa is north of Aliquippa. So my representation of West Aliquippa with this plastic-built town is significantly more established than the real West Aliquippa. So leaving West Aliquippa, we pass QA Tower, we go past the town of Beaver, we pass over the Ohio River. The other side of the Ohio River is Monaca. Monaca is now home to an Anchor Hawking porcelain plant. So I have one tunnel on my layout, which you can see the train just entered. It's kind of an exception to my layout in that it never did exist on the real Pittsburgh and Lake Erie line. As far as I know, there were no tunnels at all on the line. We then go past Rochester and New Brighton. We pass over the Beaver River and we head up toward Beaver Falls. Well, I consider Aliquippa my hometown. I was actually born in a hospital in Beaver Falls. As we pass Beaver Falls, we then come upon College Station. College Station, named as it is, was named for Geneva College, which was just north of Beaver Falls. College Station was one end of the last passenger service that ran on the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie. Daily trains ran between College and downtown Pittsburgh up until the mid-80s. On the station track, just being uncovered by my train, is a representation of the passenger train that used to run, being pulled by P&LE GP7 number 1501. Train leaving College continues west, passes Newcastle Station. The line-out rocket launcher represents the omnipresent Nike missile sites that surrounded Pittsburgh back in the 50s and 60s. Having passed Newcastle, we cross the state line into Ohio, and our first stop in Ohio is Struthers. Leaving Struthers, we pass SI Tower. Still traveling west on the line, we head into Youngstown, passing N Tower, up to a stop at the Youngstown station. Leaving the Youngstown station, we pass CH Tower and we head into my Youngstown staging, represented by two tracks. This represents continuation of the line via the New York Central and the area Lackawanna, headed to Cleveland and Ashtabula Harbor.